Americans are the citizens and nationals of the United States of America. Although citizens and nationals make up the majority of Americans, many dual citizens, expatriates and permanent residents could also legally claim American nationality. The United States is home to people of many ethnic origins. As a result, American culture and law does not equate nationality with race or ethnicity, but with bona fide citizenship and an oath of permanent allegiance. The majority of the population of the USA, or their ancestors, immigrated to America or are descended from people who were brought as slaves within the past 5 centuries, with the exception of the Native American population and people from Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippine Islands, who became American through expansion of the country in the 19th century. Additionally, America expanded into American Samoa, the U.S. Virgin Islands and Northern Mariana Islands in the 20th century. Despite its multi-ethnic composition, the culture of the United States held in common by most Americans can also be referred to as mainstream American culture, a Western culture largely derived from the traditions of Northern and Western European colonists, settlers, and immigrants. It also includes influences of African American culture. Westward expansion integrated the Creoles and Cajuns of Louisiana and the Hispanos of the Southwest, and brought close contact with the culture of Mexico. Large-scale immigration in the late 19th and early 20th centuries from Southern and Eastern Europe introduced a variety of elements. Immigration from Asia, Africa, and Latin America has also had impact. A cultural melting pot, or pluralistic salad bowl, describes the way in which generations of Americans have celebrated and exchanged distinctive cultural characteristics. In addition to the United States, Americans and people of American descent can be found internationally. As many as 7 million Americans are estimated to be living abroad and make up the American diaspora. The United States of America is a diverse country. Racially and ethnically, 6 races are officially recognized by the U.S. Census Bureau for statistical purposes: White, American Indian and Alaska Native, Asian, Black or African American, Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islander, and people of 2 or more races. Quote, "Some other race" is also an option in the census and other surveys. The United States Census Bureau also classifies Americans as Hispanic or Latino, and not Hispanic or Latino, which identifies Hispanic and Latino Americans as a racially diverse ethnicity that comprises the largest minority group in the nation. People of European descent, or white Americans, constitute the majority of the 308 million people living in the United States, with 72.4% of the population in the 2010 United States Census. They are considered people who trace their ancestry to the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. Of those reporting to be white American, 7,487,133 reported to be multiracial, with largest combination being white and black. Additionally, there are 29,184,290 white Hispanics or Latinos. Non-Hispanic whites are the majority in 45 states. There are 5 minority-majority states: California, Texas, New Mexico, Nevada, and Hawaii. In addition, the District of Columbia and the 5 inhabited U.S. territories have a non-white majority. The state with the highest percentage of non-Hispanic white Americans is Maine. The largest continental ancestral group of Americans are that of Europeans who have origins in any of the original peoples of Europe. This includes people via African, North American, Caribbean, Central American or South American and Oceanian nations that have a large European descended population. The Spaniards were the first Europeans to establish a continuous presence in what is now the continental United States in 1565. Martin de Arguelles, born 1566, San Agustin, La Florida, then a part of New Spain, was the first person of European descent born in what is now the continental United States. Virginia Dare, born 1587, Roanoke Island in present-day North Carolina, was the first child born in the original 13 colonies to English parents. The Spaniards also established a continuous presence in what over 3 centuries later would become a possession of the United States with the founding of the city of San Juan, Puerto Rico, in 1521. In the 2017 American Community Survey, German Americans and Italian Americans were the 4 largest self-reported European ancestry groups in the United States, forming 35.1% of the total population. However, the English Americans and British Americans' demography is considered a serious undercount, as they tend to self-report and identify as simply Americans due to the length of time they have inhabited America. This is highly over-represented in the upland South, a region that was settled historically by the British. Overall, as the large